What's up, Lincoln? Yeah, I just here just about 10 minutes ago, I got an email from Novus. He got his package and he opened it up and the middle section was broken. So um do I'll just show this one. So this is the picture that he sent me. Hey Paula. So it looks like that somewhere there got he got pushed in right here. And this of course was the area that I was worried about because it was the weakest point in the entire chain. So I guess now I have to do another one. So, and that was the part that I was worried about, is because its weakest point was right in here. But I thought that as long as it held between the everything that I did, as far as the glue and the epoxy and everything else, seemed to hold up, but it was just that this little flex point right here that just it just maybe it's grease filled. Oh yeah. So let's see. Let's do this. So on this design, on this side, there's lots of area that's touching right in here. On that side of you, there's lots of area right in here. But where it was weakest, and this is something that I knew about before, but I just, for whatever reason, I didn't reinforce it at all. But it's basically, it's this right here. This is the part that broke. Is this piece right here, because that piece right there is all that is connecting the front of this to the V. So it is literally, I mean, by far the weakest point of the entire thing. What I probably should have done, had I really paid attention to this, I should have reinforced this by putting another piece across the back right here. And that would make all of this one piece. And this piece would be a hell of a lot stronger. Um, I didn't put any extra insurance or anything on it, but you know, really all it is just, it's just my time. That's all. Like, I wasn't worried about like the weights and stuff. Now that I know like how to do it and I know it can be done, the weights were like, I don't know, like $3 or $4. The amount of plastic that I printed out is, I don't know, maybe $5 or $6 worth. So like it's not like a loss in the sense of like monetary. Um, no, it kind of takes a shot at my ego though. Um, because I really didn't pay attention. So the same thing here too, that because of this part isn't connected right here, but it's connected over here, that makes this right here. Let's see, right there is the second weakest point, which of course that's where it broke. So, well, yes and no. I mean, I put a couple of hours into it. Well, 2.5 hours at one night, but it was pretty much done after that. And like, yeah, that's a little bit of time, but it's not like days worth of work. So I mean, in that sense, so I guess the question is, what do I do with it now? Um, I could probably, yeah, I can modify it and then just print this piece out and just send that to him. And it's basically just hot glued on the back, so he could cut it out and then hot glue a replacement piece in. But you know, I mean that could work. So how would I fix that? I almost need like an oval to go right here, but it just, yeah, I have all of these things. I save them specifically, saved online, so that if anything does happen, um if anything does happen, then like at least that part of it is covered. But yeah, he sent me a picture and he sent video of him opening it, and like I was all excited. I'm like, man, this thing is gonna be awesome. And then he's showing it, and it's broken, and that just freaking killed me. I'm like, dude, that thing was perfect. But stuff happens, and I get that. Like, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it, because it's just time. That's all it is. It's Yeah, it sucks. It definitely is not ideal. Um and like the other thing is that it is inherently a weaker design, um based off of all of the different pieces, and like I know that. So if I do that, that's going to put a lot more structure in it, and it's going to seal that. But like right there, like that this will blend in when it's printed. Whoops. Um, it'll blend in when it's printed, but it looks weird now because of this part over here. And yeah, like if I just print another one that is built, I guess reinforced, um, and I could just print it out and send it to him, and he could just super glue it back in. So I put all this together. Hey, well, Bill, something like that. Yeah, E6000. Right? Yeah, and like this stuff, like I for the like the edges, I had these profiles cut the out of the laurels, um so that it actually set into it. So like back here, we'll go back on this one. So back here, I had taken stop. I had taken this design, and I had basically put the logo, like the middle of it, where I was going to put it, and then created a negative so that it cut these pieces out of where it was printing, so that when I went to put this on, it actually fit down in all of these cutouts. so that it would all fit together a lot better. See, and this is why that I wanted to put like rails on the back of it so that it attached to itself, more securely than like. But I don't like this. This like that is gonna look weird, I think. But it's like what else do you do at that point though? Like how do you reinforce like one of the weakest pieces without changing the whole design? Or, do I take this as a sign that I need to change the whole design? Something like that. So, but my other thing is like it kind of kills me because like I have this other project going like full bore right now, and that one is well, I mean, no, um, but I mean, the other thing is that like trying to find time to switch filament and to do, to throw the other filament and get it changed out the way that I did it before, in the middle of this entire print job. Um, no, you dirty bugger! You didn't just do that, did you? Oh, you son of a bugger! You garbage monkey. So I've been printing wall brackets for the last 2 hours, 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I looked over and I was like, hey, that looks weird. And I look at it and it had shifted. It had shifted during the print by about 2 millimeters. You dirtball. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you guys. Screen. Here's my camera. Oh man, it's just some of the things that I kind of hate. And stuff like this. Camera. 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 So this is the design that I was just working on. And you see this layer right here? I don't know if you can see that. Where it's sticking out. That is actually the top. It wasn't even done printing, and you can see it right in here. Maybe if my camera will focus. Yeah, that it shifted over that way sometime during the printed. So I just lost 2 hours of print time because this would never make it. Ugh. Kills me, man. kills me. Something so simple. Yeah, but it's easy. It's easy to cut off. But then when you have, let me see if I get this other one off. Where's mine? Come on, get off. So I can't even get it off because I was so worried about the adhesion layer. But when you got two of these that are back to back, like you can't have that gap right in the middle of it. That defeats the purpose of this being one piece, because that's basically what you would have. That sucks, monkey. Damn. So now I gotta wait for this to cool down so I can pull it off, because I was so worried about it sticking to the bed so that it wouldn't flex up on the end like this one already started doing. These are definitely the frustrating times on 3D printing, because for whatever reason that caused it to skip over. Let's see, that would have been the Y, or the X tension. That would have been the X that made it skip over just a little bit. Overworked, man? How could I possibly be overworked? I don't even have a job. And like, what kills me is that like I just got these rolls in today, and the only thing that I've printed on this set is I have 3 of the singles done, which I did this part about it, and I adjusted this because the first ones I didn't feel like came out enough. So I adjusted the design so that it would come out more, and then I fixed this this piece in here so that it was solid. So this looks a whole lot better, like more like the original logo than this little piece does. But like the last thing that I want to do is go through and have to print, you know, the individual pieces. But that looks like what I may have to do is just print individual pieces. What's up, Alden? Oh, hey, Lincoln. That thing that I was working on earlier, I actually did manage mostly to get a proof set out of a case, but it did break. It did break a little bit. So I technically can. So if I put in a piece like this plastic piece that they have all the coins in, I put it in the grab bag there. Put the coins in here, and then I could slide them in here. But technically, it can be done, but it's definitely not going to be as legit, because like you can see, like that it's broken. So like I can open this up on this side mostly and slide it in, but I don't know, man. It's like today's hard. Today is hard. That's what today is. Man, that sucks. I spent probably about 30 minutes just trying to get it so that both sides of the glass was leveled, so that I could run, you know, two of them at the same time, so I wouldn't get so many of these imperfections or so much of this bone. Because like if you look at this, you can see that it's bowed up a little bit, but like, you know, as long as this piece, even if it's bowed up, it's going to be hidden by the logo plate that sits over the top of this. So, man, that sucks. That sucks some donkey. That sucks some big fat donkey. So I gotta wait for this one to come off because I can't even get it off right now. Usually, what I do to get these things off is I'll take uh, I'll take this glass and I'll put it in the freezer, and that contracts it, and that way I can actually just pull it off. I had one of these that I had a adhesion to the glass plate so well, that when I tried to pull this thing off, it actually broke the glass. But the reason why I print on the glass is because it is a flat, smooth surface. Um, so man, that's that's rough. That is not friendly. So I had, oh man, I can't even get this off. I haven't had issues like this for a while. I had a couple issues, not the oh, lemon. How long did you just get in here, or have you been in here for a little while? I'll just throw that. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, so check this out. So there we go. Nova sent me a video and he sent me a picture. Okay, Paula, drive safe. Lemon is broken. The middle got flexed and it's missing the U. It's actually broken off. Yeah, I know, right? So like I'm glad that he got it and he opened, like he sent me the video of him opening up. I'll show it to you guys. Can I show it to you guys? Let me see. Yeah, I should be able to show it. I gotta find it. Give me 1 second here. Come on, I'm just loading. is. Okay, so here is screenshot application. Here's the video. Just gonna my play button. I'm right there. There we go. Hopefully that comes up for you guys. Is that showing? That's not showing. Dang it. Come on, just work. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. Screen sharing. I want to screen share. I'm going to get this to work, I promise. Why is that not working? Why do you have to be garbage, Google Hangouts? Why? Why? Why do you have to be garbage? Why? Do it like this. Like, how jacked up is that? Like, oh, crap. Dude, it was like the only way that that could have happened because that was in the middle of the box. I put bubble wrap on the bottom and supported it, and I put bubble wrap on the top. The only way that, that could have happened is if the middle of that box got crushed. And only the middle of it. Because otherwise, that force would have broken off anything else in there. And that's the part that I don't understand. Dude, like it was bubble wrap and it was those big air pocket things. You know what I'm talking about? I know I got some. Got some right here. Yeah, these bad boys. Screen camera. These things. Like no, like these things. Like these giant things that are filled with air. Like I have these in there. Freaking airbags, dude. What the flying? Those broke it. You think so? Well, at least. Hey, Mike. At least, like, if nothing else, right here. At least, if nothing else. Okay, so I'm showing that one. I'm learning Hangouts. At least I can do. I can print a new version, this version that I just reinforced, and reinforce these points because this is where it's going to be weakest at. I could even reinforce it down here, but like this is a good enough piece because before it was failing here and it was failing here. But with this little piece on the back, and I can print this piece again and send that to him. But man, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Dude, I'm just like, freaking A, dude. Like, I was actually getting a lot accomplished today. I really was. I had some issues with my 3D printer, just getting stuff back leveled again. I was trying to get it really, really nice, so that I could start printing out these logos 2 at a time, 3 at a time, like I was doing before, with the other one, because I have 30. I've got 40 of the stands that I need to print, and the wall brackets I need to print 50 of those. And if I have to do them one at a time, those take, over an hour each. Like, that's 50 hours in solid print time. And that means that I would have to be here in front of my printer at every like timed interval, and that's just the brackets. That's not the logo plates. That's not any of the stands. I'm not sure that I want to ask if I want to ask Travis about packing bodies. I don't think that's a. I think I should just stay away from that one. Yeah, that's like, and it's going to be a full-time job because like I pretty much kind of think that it's going to take me at least a few weeks to print all of that stuff. I mean, realistically, it's going to. But oh, I can't believe I just did that. Oh, I got something for you. My camera. I moved it again. Stupid. Okay, so stop sharing. Go here. Go here. All right, and then go here. This, I know, made me happy. Lemon, you paying attention? I hope you are. So I have these in a bag so they don't get lost. But I have those 2019 pennies, and I figured that 2019 pennies have to come to Lemon in copper tubes. Yeah, these came out really good. I'm really happy with these. Yeah, I mean they are flat, they're clean, all the lines are there, and they are smooth, smooth as butter, and they're copper. So I figured that's how you pack some 2019 Denvers is you pack them in copper. So I got those going to lemon as soon as I got a few more things that I gotta build. Um the tubes. How long does it take me to print those? Um takes me I don't even remember. Like I think in like an hour to print those. But um that's the tube and the lid. It's like 45 minutes to an hour or something like that. To print those bad boys. But man, they came out just about perfect. Like I have some imperfections in like the bottom of the tube down here that I was tinkering with to try to get those ironed out. But yeah, I think those turned out really some of the finest tubes that I've printed, and that's the only way that you can put brand new copper pennies in rolls is if you put them in copper rolls because reasons. So, I got a small box going for you, Lemon. I should hope to get out. The heck is that? Next week. So look for it next week. You should get a pack from me. So I hope that I can fix some of this other stuff because it's just it's something that I printed on my 3D printer, Lincoln. This filament is. I need to see what I'm doing here. Um, this filament is actually the stuff that I get. So it looks like this. Comes in a bag. It's all sealed. It's on a spool. And it's 1.75 millimeter filament PLA. That's the stuff that I use on my 3D printer. And yeah, I just get this is a two. It's 1,000 grams, which is like 2.2 pounds or something like that. So it just comes in a roll, and I just put it on my printer, and it spools it out. So so I knew that since the last job that was roughly this size was gonna that took me I think a total of like 2.5 spools. That I would get 2 spools right off the bat, because I know that I'm going to be continuously printing. Then as I get closer, if I need to order another spool, it's not like that I'm going to be out of product, versus starting with almost nothing because like the first two that I printed at the same time, And when I came back, there was like, like 8 feet left on the spool. So like I just cut it just, pretty close. Um, so I was luckily I got close with that and it finished those. But what I hate doing is going through this crap, because this is some bull some bull monkey some bull monkey. That's for dang sure. That kills me too, man. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Two of those John Wayne figures. I honestly, Lincoln, I don't know if I'm going to attempt another one of those. I think I got really lucky with the first one, and definitely not so lucky on the second one. But if I mean, if you're really interested in those, because each one of those is going to take over 6 hours. And that 6 hours is just a print, not any time to pull all the stuff off. I could do it, but it won't be until after this job is complete. Yeah, but then again, like, for the time and how thin that those layer lines are, yeah, that's to be expected. How much would tubes like that cost? Like, Alden, are you talking about like these? Just penny tubes? This is another one that I did, and this one came out just perfect. The tube did. The copper tubes. The spool of that copper filament is about $30. So it's a little bit more on the expensive side, versus a regular color like this, which is, um, it's called natural. It's kind of like a what color is this? Like a tan beige kind of color. Um, the cost on the spools of these is like 15 or $16. So the metallic filaments, the silver, the gold, the copper, they run about 30 is about average for one spool. Um, so yeah, they can get kind of expensive, but I mean, like, you can't argue with the results though. Like when you got something like this that's all in copper, like that's a beautiful tube. If you want, Lemon, that's up to you. I'm not going to require you guys to send me anything, but I'm not going to say no. So I've been printing out these for quarters, because I've been I bought a box of quarters to go through last week. I'm going to get another one next week. The coin comes in Tuesday, and I asked them to get a box of quarters for me, because I figure that I'll kill a couple bucks of quarters maybe next week if I can, um, just to see if there's anything out there. I don't know if the 2019 stuff is flowed in my area yet, or if it's still sitting in the what am I missing? The copper tubes. Alden, you want a couple? If you want a couple, you got to tell me what denomination that you are going to put in them, because they're all different sizes. So right now, what I have done, after I worked on some calibrations, I have pennies and I have quarters that I can print right now. that are done. I still have to redo nickels and dimes that I have to recalibrate. You're making the stuff for me that I asked for, and I'm going to send you some bread now. And more after Alden buy some rolls tonight. All right, man. So the other stuff that that I'm working on for you, Lemon, was the um the what do you call it? The Incuse lettering business cards, right? The thank you cards is it, or like are we on the same page on that one? Because those thank you cards were what I was going to print for you in the copper, because that's how you wanted them to be printed. Okay, I need to write this down. The one John Wayne bust I have already packed up. I haven't cleaned up the second one. Yeah, like I I think it's gonna be a loss. Like I would have to reprint that one because it's gonna take way too much time to clean it than it's going to be to just print a new one. And the cards, do you want them as business cards or thank you cards? Okay. Alden says that he wanted pennies half and half. So the cards you want half as business cards and half as thank you. And then Alden, you wanted pennies, yes? Penny tubes? How many tubes did you want, Alden? 2. Okay. Those are easy to do. The cards are going to take a little while. But kind of. Hey, Mike. So this would be the equivalent of a thank you card. Would be that one. And then where is... I lost it. Okay, well, I lost that one. Then the business cards would just say lemon head penny, buy sell trade on them. But the point about the business cards, though, like the thank you cards can have relief to them, like these do. But the business cards, will be in queues so that they can stack, on each other. Wild Bill. I sent you a tracking number on that. You should have received them today. Because I emailed you the I updated in the PayPal thing, and I sent the tracking number to you in email. So that if anything happened, that you could track it. Checking. So there's that one. And then there's the tracking number. Put it up here. So, Bill, yours says that it's in South Carolina Processing Center. As of this morning. Or, yeah, as of this morning. So, they were supposed to get to you today. But those are obviously going to be a little bit late. How many penny tubes could I get out of a roll? I have no idea. I could guesstimate. If you really wanted like an actual number, I can get back to you on that. Because I would have to pull it up on my software and then run some numbers. Whatever way that you think is going to be better, Lemon. I mean, whatever. Lemon says, how thick is the wall on those tubes? They are the pennies. The pennies right now are about that thick. So they're thin enough that it's light, but if you wanted me to make a set that has thicker walls to put in a tube, to put in letters in it, then I can do that. I can make the walls thicker and then inset letters into it. Um, um, guesstimate. Okay, well, let's guesstimate then. Let's get some numbers then. Let's find out. Select all models, delete all models. And then we're going to go to back. We're going to go to coin designs. Then we're going to go into coin tubes. And then when you're going to go to both of these. So both of these is going to give me, what length do I have? $325 meters. So 325 meters, and this is rough numbers. 2.62 divided by 325. No. Total length divided by roughly Alden 124. If you wanted to be, I mean, it's 124 .0458, but that is straight up just a basic material, that is zero waste, that is zero uh, brims or anything else. So a good guesstimate number would be between 100 and 120. So we'll say 110. Would be the number. So, Wild Bill, will you just send me an email when you get those? Because I'm kind of curious on what's taking it. Holy cow, Alden, you're killing me, man. Okay, you got it, man. So Alden, just to be 100% honest and upfront, this local job, this local project, I'm going to finish that before I do anything else, because I want to make sure that um, that I get this job 100%. So if I have some time that I can kick out a few, then I'm definitely going to do that. But I just wanted you to let you know that you're on the list. Um, so, but I feel like that okay. Yeah, I wanted to be upfront with you about the timeline, um, because I know how long that it's gonna take me to get to it. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't trying to put you off or anything. That I'm not trying to ignore you or whatever. It's just I know how long this project is gonna take. And yeah, Lincoln, that is also my PayPal. Um, yes, yes, I do. And I had already started to kind of build one. Um, but the biggest issue that I would have with getting a second printer is I got nowhere to put it, man. That I would have to fit it somewhere in, like I could stack them. Yeah, I need like 3 CJs because then one of us could always be sleeping while the other two are working, and then like we just take turns in thirds. So, and like the other thing that I wanted to do with my printer is, because my printer is just a kind of a basic frame that it's sitting in, is that I wanted to build like an actual frame, like an actual cage for it. And that would allow me to run higher speeds than what I can do right now. So technically I could build another one and have this one sitting on top of it. So, but that would be pretty awesome. No rest for the wicked. Yeah. Except for I'm not wicked. I'm just trying to do stuff. Let's get this fired back up. Ooh. Technically correct, Lemon. Uh the only issue would be is that if there's any faults or anything, like there's depending on what printer that you have, there's a lot that can go wrong. Um so I mean, yeah, technically right. Um I did see something. Is that right, Lemon? All right. You got it, Lemon. So I'm gonna print these at I need to go. Mr. Wolf, good morning. So, for some of those that are coming in, um, I had originally started this live stream because I got a picture and a video from Novus. He got his logo, but it broke in the middle. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to um basically get him a new one. Um, so like that's the part that just kind of really sucks when you put forth effort in a design. and you can have everything done and everything looks great, and then the second it leaves your hands, you don't have any control over it. So that kind of really bummed me out that it had broken. But as I look at the design analytically, it broke in the weakest point possible. Which, I mean, I kind of said that is a possibility that might happen. So I will. I mean, realistically, if I reinforce it, I'm guessing so, Mike. Um, and it broke right on the. Yeah, and you're right, Lemon. But it's still kind of frustrating. But I know that it's it would be an easy fix, because I can just print out like a new one and send it to him, and he can glue it in place, and then it's all good. I know that part. That part's fine. But the part that gets to me is that I like to do it right the first time, and I knew that section was a weak point, but I didn't do anything to reinforce it. So I kicked myself for it because I should have known better, but I still did it. So whatever. We learn and then we move on. Ooh, could I actually fit that in there? I wonder if I can fit that in there. Yeah, I don't know how to pack. Yeah, probably not. If you guys need any 2019 D pennies, I got a few. Well, I mean, it's like I don't have to print out a whole different one though. I can technically just um take that one piece and just print that piece out. Put W's on your pennies. Yeah, I know, right? I'll just scribble them in there. And so what is this? This is 82. This is 82 Philly. I should do. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like I vowed to either I vowed to clean up my desk this weekend. So that may be what I'm doing um this weekend, is just gutting some of my desk. Because I have like a giant pile of stuff on my desk that I'm trying to clean off, and I've got a pile underneath my desk that I need to clean off. Sorry, I got this roll of 82 that was just opened, so I've been trying trying to get it in a tube by itself so that I can keep it safe with my other 82s. Because reasons. So I know this is a 2019, so this needs to go in here. Okay, so that's on my 2019. 2019 Denver. So my 2019 Denver. Cleaning is for the guy who's not super flooded with orders. Well, but the thing is that like while it's printing, like I can technically keep doing other stuff. But you know, the printing only goes, like I can cut it down and do like this one is 45 minutes. So in between 45 minutes, I could be doing stuff, but like I still have. Ugh. Like I still have all of this stuff that I had intended on doing a sale of at some point, but I haven't got around to it yet. And I've got like four more books over on the desk. Yeah, I got 2 SMS in there. Got a couple of slabs. Most of them are just books that I put together, though. Albums. But like my concern is that like this stuff right here, that is all gonna get sorted because that's just what I've done this weekend. My issue is that. That is my issue. So because I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with all of that. Penny, I'm still like I know what I want to do for your design. So, but I don't know. Can I make it flat, or does it have to be relief? Because like I can show you what I wanted to do. So the idea that I had for Penny Queen is I had the Lincoln, basically just a flat outline of the Lincoln set, and he's got a hand up here. I'm terrible at drawing. I can't art. And a hand down here, and he's got the crown on top. I don't know what a crown looks like. And then the little legs, like I can't art, but that's what I had intended for you. No, it's so it's gonna be like the yeah. It's gonna be the profile of Lincoln. I can't art. Dang it, I can't art. This is chin, and it goes up and there's his head, and then it goes down like that. And then like this is the crown, and it would be a penny queen. Like that's the way that I had it envisioned. So I was working on the design for the penny. Now I was trying to get a 3D design so that this actually came out, but I don't have the technology for it. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to take like one of these and 3D scan the topography of it and then import that in. But if I can just do it flat, I mean, because then then I can actually print this out in the copper, which is what I wanted to do anyway. And then while it's setting up like this, I can add the crown on top because I can have a slot that the crown fits into. So That's where I was going with that. I need to find the right hands. And the feet I can just put on there. Oh, just like a happy face. um, but that's where I was going with that one. So I'm gonna try another one of these. Um, so yeah, so like I started printing out like I've got the boxes that I designed, and I was gonna try to split these up in boxes, but then like the other thing that I started thinking about doing is I've got like this big box, one of those flip top sorters that I could put all the flips in because I wanna organize them, um, you know, by cents, by nickels, and like I want to organize them like that. So I thought about just getting another one of those. Um, but like there's a bunch of stuff that has been sitting on my desk that I haven't even touched. Like I got like 3 rolls of like BU Canadians that I pulled out of the giant sack that I got of Canadians. And then these other pieces like dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what I have right now. I know that I want to like I would like to put all of this like in a tote, which I got a tote for, and most of it I'm not worried about it. But like some of the issues is that some of this stuff is just like open. Like I got pennies in here. Like I don't even know what they are. Like and I can't just slap them in a tote open like that. It's like they're gonna fall all over the place. But then there's that side of my desk, and I'm not gonna even show you guys that side of my desk because that's just a walking train wreck. But at least because my theory is that if I get that side with all of my coins cleaned up, right, then I can move my scope over to that side and have it plugged into my other computer, and that way I could do um the live streams and stuff with the scope and not have to take this camera and point it on my screen. But that's just me. And then that way I would have more room for stuff over here stuff. And that is a full Ike collection. Oh, killing me, man. It's killing me. It's brutal. Oh, where is God, I lost it. Hey Lemon, I bet you don't have one of these. Bet you don't have an 1875 seated dime. You got one of those? Bet you don't have one of those. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure you don't have one that has C and J carved in the back. Yeah, that one is a hell of a nice piece. Yeah, I got that from Paula. Paula got that. Tim Rathjen was selling it, and Paula bought it and sent it to me. And dude, like that is 100% legit. Why is it in Belplastic? Honestly, Paul, because I don't know what to do with it. Like what I kind of wanted to do with it is have a um a metal oh, come on. Words. A metal ring, and then and close your pneumatist ears. But I thought about putting it in a epoxy and then wearing it is one idea that I had. And put that epoxy round or whatever in a bezel, yeah, in a bezel, and then wear it on like a necklace. And that way if I basically put it in and then in epoxy, then I could wear it like in the shower or whatever in the rain or the sweat or like whatever, and it wouldn't ever touch it. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with that one. But are they air airtight, airproof, waterproof? I don't even know what I'm saying right now. No, I'm not gonna sell it to a guy named Chad. I'm gonna keep it. You crazy? Penny, you mean like this one? Because I have like 12 of these. This one just happens to be Canadians. Um and I did this one, and I tried to set this one up so that it got a bulk of my kind of like weird date Canadians, because I was totally out of space. 62. So 2005 doesn't go in here. 85. And this has actually been really cool, that I've been able to fit a lot inside of this, um, just by putting it in a couple of years. So 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65.
66 because 67 is the centennial one. 68, 69, and then doing the same thing for these other ones. Yeah, so like I have another one that is that is like this, but it's the smaller ones. 2006, 87, but this is doing a lot for my Canadian small sense. Because here's the other one that I have to go through. Because the reason why I got that big one is because I have all this stuff that I need to resort. Hey, Andrew. So, and then the other thing is that like with the flips, I've got a big one, and the flips fit inside there perfectly. But I want them sorted. Like I want all pennies together. I want all dimes together. I want all, V nickels and stuff together. And it's just like I don't have I don't have a lot to sort them in. But as far as like the stuff that I have right here, that's why I got this the other day. So I could at least put them in something and get them off my desk. I still need that one. But some of these I would like to sort in something else and not. But as far as just getting them off my desk, this is going to at least work kind of how we want it to right now. Use the war nickels. I can check for you. I don't know what I'm doing with that one. Quarters. Quarters go in here. My sets of 82s need to go in here. These are the dollars that need to go back in there, but they can go in here for now. So like that, I mean, it kind of helps me, but I still have like a giant pile of stuff on my desk that I have no idea what I'm doing with. Like I got rolls back here that are just, these are BU quarters that I haven't sorted. There's a giant pile of pennies that I just threw all over the ground that I don't know what they are. Got a roll of 2018s. I got caps for something. Yeah. Like, oh, dude, like my struggle is that like I get going too fast and then I just pile up a bunch of stuff and I don't go back and organize it as often enough. But Lemon might recognize this one. This little gem that I found. I believe when I had first designed this one, this was the actual size that it came out, and the part that I was trying to make is if I could turn this into a keychain, and still have the penny, still in there, but the penny kept on falling out. But this was the actual size when I designed it. So to go from this one to your behemoth that you have now, like, you can tell how much bigger it is. It's so big. Oh, here. This is something that I had tried doing. But again, the detail. But this is for Penny Queen. This is the idea that I had. Was this is that you would have this outline on it, and like all of this can go away, but it can be thicker, and it could sit on feet, and the crown can go on top right here. But this is what I kind of had intended for your design. That was my this was my original concept piece that I printed because I wanted to see if I can make the actual Lincoln coin, and this is as close as I got. So I didn't forget about you. Just sometimes these things just take me longer. Just take me a little bit longer. That's okay. All right, Andrea. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, and like the only thing that bothers me is that this is such a flat design. I would love to be able to get like in this area, basically in the fields, and what's the word I'm looking for? And scallop this. Because how cool would it be if I actually had like a rim on this, and then it curved down to the design, so that this design was out from the coin. It's yeah, it just, man, it would be really cool if I could figure out how to do that. If I could figure out how to do that. I mean, as I'm looking at it now, like I'm thinking like I get rid of the date, got rid of Liberty, and got rid of In God We Trust. Because I know this is a negative image. And then with all of this being a solid area, I know that I could take 2 copies of this, just have this cut out, and then have the circle. And I could scallop the circle and then drop this in the middle of it. Wonder how that would look. Penny coin where the date is. Well, the only problem is that like you can see how much design that I'm actually losing because of how small the detail is. But I mean, because even Liberty, like that's the B, like that's how it prints out. I could run a smaller nozzle in this one because this is still my 0.4 nozzle. I've got a 0.2 nozzle that could do smaller detail, But the other thing is that some of this, like, if I can take out the Lincoln bust and have this circle as two separate pieces, then what I can do is that I can shrink the Lincoln down a little bit, and that would give me space across the top where I could actually do in a lot bigger font that you could read Penny Queen across the top. So instead of "In God We Trust," it would be Penny Queen across the top, and then I could have um, the crown sitting on top, and I would just have little slots that the crown sat into, so that this would sit up like this. All right, Lincoln. Thanks for stopping in. But like this is kind of a weird, like a weird design, because I intended to make this like that I wanted this bigger though, and thicker. Because if I had it thicker, then I could put a bevel on it that went down from the rim down to the bust. I'm thinking about that now. I am thinking about that now. How can I do that? How can I do that? I would have to cut out. I would have to have one that this design is the relief, and then one where this design is, well, that would just be a basic circle though. That would just be a basic circle, and where this would be, I would have to take two. Because if I had two copies of this, then I take basically just like this, and I eliminate all of the fields area, so I just have just the bust, the Lincoln head that is extruded. I don't know. I wish it was just. I wish it was easier. Like, I can see it in my head, but like I can't step through it exactly, and that's the part that bothers me. It should be easier, but it's not coming to me right now. I tell you, I went through a lot of bags though. Took all my bags because I had sorted all my Canadian small cents in bags, and then I ended up going through all of the bags and putting them, putting them in that one thing. So now I got a bag of bags. You know the green M&M. What about the green M&M? What about the green M&M? I make a copper one with a crown that says Penny Queen. Well, yeah, that's like, I would print this out in copper and have the crown on top. That was the idea, because it wouldn't make sense if this was gray. It's got to be copper. Oh, she's round as. You know what? That is a great idea. That's where I can get that. Yes. That is yes. Let me get rid of that. Let me jump to this. Didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that. So, is there one of these pictures that I can take? I wonder. Wonder if one of these already has. Oh, come on. Close. Close. Just need hands. Hands and feet. Maybe it's something that I can adapt. Come on, this shouldn't be this hard. I could do that too. What's that? You taking off all then? Oh, okay. All right. It sounded like that you were taking off, but yeah. Thank you, Alden. I appreciate it. There are some basic hands that I could do. I've seen if there's anything else that kind of kicked up or anything. Mike. No, then I mean, I appreciate it because I mean, there's a lot of inspiration that I get from you guys, you know, from you guys and the coin community that I wouldn't, I wouldn't come up with stuff like this, you know, that I wouldn't be able to come up with, you know, stuff like this if it if it wasn't for you guys because that's where I get the inspiration from. Because I'm like, hey, lemon needs a thing. Like, okay, what do I want it to look like? Well, it's got to have a penny in it because it's the lemon head penny. Because reasons. And then this one is for Novus, which I'm gonna have to redesign a logo for, but it is what it is. And then this one is gonna be Penny Queen. As soon as I find some arms, need some or just some hands and some feet to put on this bad boy. Princess in Copper, make a crown to go on top, and then that one's done. Oh, dude, that Mike, that sucks. Yeah, taxes are brutal, man. Brutal. What if there's one? See, I wanted something like that. What about that one? Dude, that's got to be the worst, is when you have no idea. Like, I had something happened to one of my bank accounts, and I was just going to the grocery store to get food, and like I couldn't even use my card. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I just came from the bank, and yeah, it was definitely a shock. Oh, dude, Mike, that sucks. Oh man, I'm sorry, Mike. Like that, I've been through some pretty rough times, and it's not pleasant at all. Not pleasant at all. So there was one design that I was looking on the M&Ms or something like that I thought that I could use. Come on. But still, man, still like that just kind of puts you in a situation that, so what are you supposed to do for the weekend? Penny, I'll keep working on this, because I don't know if I saved this if I saved this design somewhere. I might have to pull this one out again.
um, to try to pull those back. But I've got a few ideas. Um, um, a few ideas to get this going. Because that would be all I need. So I'm gonna work on that this weekend. Um, while I got my printer and stuff going. Because while it's doing its thing, then I got time to do other things. I got the picture of the green one. And that's kind of the hand positions that I was thinking about. Because I was thinking about like one hand up here and then one hand down here. Um, and then just chilling there. But I'll have to work on that one. So that wouldn't be bad to do that one. See if I have that design in there somewhere. I'm looking to see if I have this one still saved somewhere. Gosh, I have so many designs. Where do I start? I got that one I still got to work on. Oh shoot, I still have it. I still have this one. I still have this one saved. I didn't delete it. Huh. Takes a lot of bubble wrap. Well, if that means that I have that, then that should mean that I have um that I still might have the originals in my coin designs somewhere. But do I? That's an eagle reverse. It's a grade scale. It's a quarter. Mercury dime. Eagle seeded wheat. That says Lincoln portrait. I wonder what that says. Yeah, ramen. But just think of all the cool stuff that you can put in the ramen noodles, though. Just saying, there's different flavors.
What was I gonna do? All of them don't do it. It's a trap, brother.
I'm just kidding.
What do I know? Okay, so I gotta get some lids on some of this stuff. I got nickels here. I got more nickels here. That's an empty quarter tube. What's this? Oh, this is 82. Is it 82? Yeah, it's 82. It's 82. It's 82, so it goes there. What's this? Okay, Penny. Have a good night. Gears always turning in CJ's mind, even when he sleeps. Absolutely, Bigfoot. All day long, brother. You have no idea. It's just one of those things that, like, I can get in just a way that my brain is just is going, and that's where it goes, and it takes off, and then I don't see it again. Good night, Penny. Thanks for coming in. Like, I don't even know what some of this stuff is, so I might just have to bag it. Okay, now I'm slightly more organized. I just need a smaller box to put all of that random stuff in. Because then I can move all of that stuff around at the same time. Oh, shoot. You know what? Lemon, my buddy old pal. Dude, I suck, man. I still haven't opened your boxes yet. They're still sitting on my counter over here. Dude, I'm terrible. Oh. There, I got two full boxes. I got two full boxes sitting there that I haven't even touched. Haven't even touched yet. Haven't even touched them yet. Open them? Dude, like, I gotta clean my desk before I open them because they're gonna blow my desk up. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, dude. Mike, I got. Where'd I put them? Not so much lemon. Let me grab them. So I had gotten some stuff from Lemon, a couple of different auctions and some other stuff that I got, and God, I got boxes on boxes covered with boxes wrapped in boxes. Okay. So let's take a look at box number 1. Box number 1 has some stuff in it. Hey, Lemon, why'd you send me an empty box, dude? No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to use this box, though. Says, CJ, thanks for the trade and your support. Because I believe we did some trades from some stuff. Shows a nice 1937 Buffalo. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Oh. Come on, focus. There you go. 1937 Buffalo. That's what your Buffalo should look like. Got lots of horn. Good looking Buffalo. Good looking Buffalo. All right. So now we get to the good stuff. Because I'm sure all the good stuff is in here. CJ coins. CJ coins. Ah, yeah, I remember this one. All right, so if I recall correctly, this is a $20 roll of Eisenhower's. 1970, what was it? 76 Philadelphia specifically. So this is a bank wrapped $20 Brant, Watertown, Wisconsin. So 1976 Philadelphia, 76p, and they are Eisenhower's. So what I was going to do is that I was going to look through them because why not? To see if there are some Type 1 or Type 2s in that one. So I just Ike's, and I had to have them. Like, I blame it on Lemon. It's always Lemon's fault. And then some of these other ones are ones that I picked up from. Both these boxes are auctions. Come on. Well, that one is from an auction. This one is an auction. It's just something about the Morgans. Something about beautiful 1878 Morgans that are just beautiful, beautiful Morgans of beautifulness. Like, I mean, come on. Look at it. Look how beautimous that is. Beautimous. And then these coins are coins that I had asked Lemon to find for me because specifically they are going into my Lincoln book. And it's just some that I haven't found yet in circulation. So this will add another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like 12 12 12 coins into my Lincolns, and that gets me down to roughly, I think, about 10 Lincolns before I have a completed book. And that's book 1. That's 1909. Is that the only thing to look for? It's 1976 ice type 1, type 2. There is a double die, or like a die variety. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that was the biggest thing that I was going to look for. I was going to look for the type 1, type 2s, because those are easy to find. And Lemon says they are better grade than what I asked for, because Lemon is awesome, and that's what he does. Because he's so. I'm gonna blow Lemon up here just right quick. I had sent 3 people. 3. Okay. A list of these coins, knowing that I could get these coins from all 3 of those people. What I wanted to know was who can give me the best price, right? One person emailed me back. 1. And the number one thing that I respect most is the communication, but not only is the caliber of coins. When you get a coin from Lemon and it is a good, it's at least a good. If you get a coin from Lemon and it is XF, it's at least an XF. What I hate to see is people buying coins from people who claim that where's a good example? Sure. Here we go. Right here. That this coin is an XF or a VG. Like, when you're missing half the design and is completely wore out, that's no, stop it. I asked 3 people for goods. And the only reason I want goods is because I know goods they will have dates that are readable, and I only want them for whole fillers. 1 person emailed me back. Only 1. And that was Lemon. It's not that he necessarily drops a grade to sell, but he grades accordingly. He grades conservatively. I continue to see people selling coins that are nowhere near, like, if the coin is missing half of the design on the front, there was no way in hell that is an XF coin. No way. But yet there are people that are selling these coins and claiming they are a full grade above where they physically are by looking at the coin. And I think that's bullcrap. Like, I would rather have somebody tell me, hey, I can't get that coin in, the grade that you're looking for, but I can get it to you in, whatever, and he'll at least give me options, I would rather somebody tell me up front what it is than for me to get a coin and it doesn't meet, the expectations. Because that's not right, man. So I believe this is okay. Yeah. So this is another auction. This is one of the ones I got. I think there might be another one in here. So this is Zen million mark. So this is 10 million marks. So this is in the 20s, the early 20s, in Germany when they had the inflationary period where their money basically skyrocketed. So you can get bills like this that are a million, 2 million, 10 million, 50 million, because their their economy that was so jacked up. So yeah, I love this one. This one is so cool. 10 million marks. Okay, and here's some of the other ones that I also got. I think these, yeah, this was a 3-pack, I believe. So this one is Zane. Yeah, so this is another 10 million mark. It's a little bit smaller than this one. And then this one is 5. Yeah, Funf. So it's FU with the umlauts, NF. So that's Funf. And that is 5 Reichsmark. So that's 1942. Like, these things are just, God, these things are so cool though. Like, there's so much history in these bills, that in these notes, that is just, man, it's crazy sauce. Like, it's just totally crazy. I love these things. I just love them. Love them. Packing, I believe. So this would be another auction that I got, and it was B rolls. I haven't decided if I'm going to open them yet, but I know I got them for a reason. I just can't remember what they were. So I got a 58 Denver, a 62 B roll, and then what is this one? And then a 73. So I'm going to put those in here. So I'll get to those at another time, when I have time to go through rolls. But thank you, Travis. I appreciate that. I love these. God, I love these things. These things are so freaking cool. There's so much history with these things, man. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with history, and that's why I got these things, is the history behind them. And that's why that I like to get stuff from Lemon, is because he has good quality stuff, and he's got a good mix of stuff that he brings to the table each week. And a lot of the time I either can't afford it, or it's not something that I'm looking for, but I try to tune in as much as I can because you never know what's going to come up.
Lost track of what I was doing.
Where is There it is. Oh, these auctions were a while ago. They were a little while ago. But it's you never know what comes up. You never know what's gonna come up. So and a lot of the times, that I just lurk on there. I mean, because there's so many things that Travis will get on his trips about something about coins, and it's cool to just listen to him because he brings so much history in it, and he brings so much knowledge on the coins that he brings. Like, it's just like, how can you possibly go wrong with that? Yeah, I lurk a lot. I really do. Only because, like, I'm probably doing something. Like, I'm probably going through coins or designing stuff, and that's what I do. That's indeed. I gotta kind of clean up. Not quite, not quite all the way, but pretty darn close. Gotta dust it. Gotta get another can of air. Those reasons. What time is it? I hope that's almost done. Get wiped out here. 15 minutes. The history in the coins, there's a lot more history that in the coins that you know that a lot of people even they don't really even grasp unless, like, you do an entire something on it, like the 20 cent, like how much history is in the 20 cent just for that coin to exist, let alone like anything that happened afterwards. Like, that's the crazy part. And that's the part that always gets me. This is the 1989 D Jefferson flipped planchette. Where's my... I would like to see if I can put together a full set of clipped planchets. I know I have a penny. I know I have a nickel. I don't think I have a $50. No, I do have a $50. I do have a $50 clip planchet. So I can. All I need is a dime. Maybe I'll get some dimes tomorrow. Maybe I'll get some dimes tomorrow and see if I can find a clipped planchet, because then I can put together like one of those birth year set pieces, all with clipped planchets. That would be kind of cool. Four clips, really? You're a dog. You lucky guy, you. What else? I got some other stuff floating around here that I was gonna tag and bag. I don't even know what it was. I'm gonna have to print some more of these out. I'm running low on these. I had gotten like a bunch of flips between Big Show packs, and I think I bought some from Lemon. So I just got I got those. I got these right here. Okay, so this one I know has like a Wicked Clash on the reverse. Yeah. But nothing on the obverse. So I'm gonna think about that one. This one I believe has... Okay, so this is 2000, right? I think I have two of these. It's 2001. It's 2000. Yeah, so in the same box, I found two 2000 Denver DDRs, the same DDR, which I thought was really kind of crazy. So both of these are... I'm gonna find it here in a minute. So 2000 double saddle or bow tie? That would be the question. Double die listings or a 2000 Denver Memorial. 2000 Denver. And what I'm looking for is... It's not quite number 3. Is it number 3? So there should be a die gouge south of the T. South of the T. Is there anything else? Under the date, die gouge can be found near the rim above the W in we. Yeah, they're both going to be number 3. Wexler. Ouch. Number 3, one of these. Why do you think it's fake, Lemon? Mike, I watched this guy on a live stream that he was talking about. He found 40 of them. 40 of the W quarters. Like, what the crap? So the 61, I know, is an RPM, and it's southeast. So where's 63? That's 62. 63. 60. Wait a minute. I might have to go to Variety Vista on this one. Because it's not a Wexler's copper. What's up, Novus? '63 Denver mint mark. Why isn't this 61? I'm stupid. Oh, 61, not 63. 61, 61. That's a 60. That's a 60. 60. 60. 60. 61. Okay, 61. 61 has a horizontal. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. See, I thought it was going to be that one. 61's number 17 or 21. That one looks like 21. Yeah, it's 21 or 23. That one's tilted. This one looks straight. I have to pull up my camera here. Hey Novus, I got your email, man. Sorry about your logo. That's that really sucks, man. Straight towards this one. It's 21. Yeah, man, that sucks. So one of the things that I can do, and it's completely up to you on what you want to do. I can print you out another centerpiece that I've reinforced because that was the first thing that I did after watching your video, and I can send it to you, and you can pull that piece out and put this new piece and just glue it on the back. Or I could redo the entire thing. The laurel wreath part is glued, but the that center logo piece is just glued to the sides, so that part can actually be cut out. But you let me know what you want to do, so that we can resolve that situation. So this is a 2001, right in the middle. I'm guessing this is a D. And of course, it's a D. And that one right there. Do we have a match between his hand and his below his knee? That's not a match. Gosh, this unlisted. I hate something being unfinished. I don't like I would rather the entire middle piece just not be there, than have it to be broken. Unless you want to glue it together somehow. I mean, but the part that bothers me is that I knew that was a weak point, but I didn't do anything to reinforce it. So 67 backlash. 67. I'll just keep it. 64. This has got to be a. Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Oh, it's an RPM. 64 Denver RPM. 64 Denver RPM. 1964 Denver Lincoln. This is going to be RPM. Yeah, I didn't know how to protect that centerpiece from flexing like that. 64. 64. These 64s, these are 64s. So I got a massive 64 RPM. It's deeper than number 2. It's almost number 8. It can't be number 2 because it's on the top as well, right? Nope, it's just on the bottom. But it's definitely not number 2. So I'm going to have to go elsewhere. Can you put it together somehow? All right, Lemon. Is there a way that you can put it together so that it at least appears in one piece? Because the other thing that I can do is that you can cut out that middle section, and I can reprint you another piece to put in there, and then you just hot glue it together. Knit mark RPMs. So the one I'm looking for is almost a 2, but it's not a 2. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Can I find this RPM? Okay, well, if it's not that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to send it back, that's yeah, and I'll just put it back together with the right pieces in it. But it just, and I'll definitely pack it better next time. But like, it just kills me because I'm like, that was literally the only weak point in the entire thing. For silver, Silver Madness. Oh, I have the design. I haven't tried printing it on a, because you're talking about this one. I haven't tried printing it on a 0.2 yet. I know a 0.4 gets me enough of the design because here, I'll show you. Hold on, I get this. This. I think it's on this one. I'm going to share application, this one, share. Okay, so now you should be able to see. So somehow I managed to get your logo to come across completely in almost all of its entirety. And basically I built this on a frame of 180 millimeters, which is um, a calculated piece. And then once I made that 180 um, millimeters design, then I can just scale it down to 38. So um, the round part is exactly 38 millimeters. 38. Come on. Come on, get in there. There we go. The size of a Morgan, according to my book, is 38.1 for a Morgan dollar. 38.1 millimeters. And let's see, an ASC would be silver bullion. That's an ASC is going to be 40.6 millimeters. So slightly bigger than that. But that circle right here is exactly 38 millimeters. Lost a pen. So that's what I got going on. I'm trying. Right. So and the way this is set up is that right now this design just comes up a little bit. So this will all be the same height. So if you want something to stand out a little bit more, then we can adjust some of the individual elements if you wanted to do that. But right now, all of it is the same height. And then if we wanted to, yeah, because this is basically the face of the stamp, and that you're actually going to take, since it's backwards, you're actually going to take it and push it down so that when you pour it, it will come out the right way. Something like that. I had it in my head. I probably have to flip this around or upside down, or I don't know. But the point of it would be is that I can get your channel logo exactly as it's designed, which I didn't think that I was going to be able to do that. Yeah, this was just to get the design down on to a 38 millimeters, because basically what this would have to be, it would have to be um yeah, ungroup. So just like that. But a lot of the smaller design, I'm gonna have to do a 0.2 millimeter nozzle to get all of that detail. So that will be effectively what it will look like in silver, depending on how fine the sand is that you're using to do the casting. Because like if you have any deformations in the sand, especially around these stars and stuff, then it's not going to come out clean. So that would be like where these little channels are. I just show up, man. Stuff happens. I just show up. That's how it works. Um, it's like 2:15 in the morning. Okay. Stars up to give more room for the mold. Yeah, I can adjust them up, but I'm pretty wiped out right now. I've been going since um a while. I think I'm about 18 hours in right now. So uh yeah, it's late slash early for me, but thanks for stopping in, guys. I'm gonna get some rest. You guys get some rest. I'll come back in about 6 hours fresh, with some sleep, some clarity of thought, and then we'll start digging it again and we'll get it figured out. Cool. Yeah, I'll catch up with all you guys just later today. Definitely, I'll be on. So have a good night, guys. Peace out.